What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It is your girl Survivor Speaks, and I am back. Um, I was on the phone. Hey, for always, we got Ness in the house. Allie. What's up? I'm so glad y'all are here. Sorry about that. My sister called me. Her one of her sisters, um, which is my sister too, because we kind of grew up together. She passed, so you know, wanted to take the call because I wanted to make sure she was still good. But here we are in um the case of Celeste Rivas and justice for Celeste Rivas. Um, I'm gonna go over to Law and Crime and see if they have a live coming up with this. I saw something, y'all, and I want to go over it again because I'm in utter disbelief. But I want to read it first before I say anything because at some point, right? And this is why I only go live like when I have certain information because I want to keep the integrity of my channel. I'm not going to just come on here and report something just because that's what I think. But if it's being reported in the news, if it's being reported, well, I'm not even going to say that and go that route because that's something else. But if it's something where, like, as far as true crime goes or anything like that, and just reported on, and we know that we're going to get updates, but there may not be update to paperwork and stuff like that. I'll report something, but just to make something to have somebody come and a quick interview, I'm not doing that. Like, so if what's for you is for you, it will come in time. Um, but this makes me I'm really, as it relates to this case, we are all emotional because of what happened to Celeste. But I'm hoping that this was the other day and not after the press conference today. So until I read it and make sure of the date and the time, I'm going to refrain from even saying anything right now. I need to check it first. All right. So they're supposed to be starting at 4:30, but yeah. Listen, we saw the press conference, and what it appears is we have somebody on. We're live over there on Tick X. What's up? Thank you so much for being here. Uh okay. I'm sorry. It's probably because I'm moving back and forth. Is that better? Or is it Meg? So we there that's somebody over in Twitter, Allie. If am I cutting out for you guys too? Or because that was just, I think it was because I'm looking for something and moved away from the mic. But Max, come over and give us a like over here on YouTube. Um, you could go back if you prefer to watch over on X. But this it really bothers me, and I'm going to lose my ish if this report happened after that press conference that we saw earlier, because that prosecutor, and you can tell by the way he spoke to the family members, um you know you can tell as a parent. He said, I'm talking now as a parent. And remember, Stephen Fisher, shout out to him. I think that he was very um he was needed in this case. He kind of kept his foot on the gas. But after hearing the conference today, I kind of understand why they did what they did. And once I verify whether or not these people with this large platform, after hearing what the prosecution said, if that came afterwards, God help them all. Because they pretty much, without this arraignment, they've told us more than what we ever knew. The boy was under investigation. Remember that live that we saw where him and Celeste were streaming? Y'all remember with his hair blown up and he had on the glasses and she was in full disguise, like she always is, in a black hoodie on her head with the glasses. And remember, she said something about Epstein, and he put his hand on her arm and said, "That's controversial. I media trained you." And she said, "No, you didn't." Remember that? And then when you looked at, I was even reading, I read to y'all some of the comments that people were putting up there on the side of that screen. We can't wait till they get you. We can't wait until they find out that you are messing with a 13-year-old. We can't wait till they lock you up because you're a PDF. Remember also that somebody sent an email to his management and said that there is a missing poster with Celeste Rivas Hernandez on it, and they believe that she is with David. She has been seen numerous times on live with David. The next day, she arrived home. So the manager that they asked, he said he does not live with David. I work remote. I don't talk to him often, yada, yada, yada. But they're saying they sent him the email. Now, I didn't see that where he went to court in front of the grand jury, but the other manager did. However it goes, regardless of whether or not you live here or not, if they sent an email and you saw it, and the girl goes home the next day, maybe they share an email and they all saw it. But she went home. And then the last time we see her, she's on camera. You can see from the liquor store. She was supposed to be going to school. She ran down the street and the liquor store's surveillance caught her. But then, of course, she's out of frame, but you see that she's getting into a black car. We don't know whether or not that's David's car or not. It's all alleged because she ran. The car wasn't up far enough for you to be able to say, "Oh, that is the Tesla, whatever," right? But allegedly, we know that it probably was. So they were investigating this guy. And basically, so that he could continue to carry on with fame, they said he did what he did. And the prosecutors, you can tell, and I got my suspicions about why they removed the medical examiner's report from the website. I have great I have a great reason to believe that I absolutely know why. And when I'm going to go to that channel, because I'm like, I was working on two things at one time and I knew I wanted to be on a little early. If they said that, if they posted this after that, is all I'm going to say. Like, some people have no integrity, no anything. It's not about winning. It's not about who you're personally friends with. This is wrong on so many levels. And for you to now be backtracking, talking about mistakes made. So that's why I want to make sure I see, was that the other day? Because today they made I was clear from the press conference. Exactly what it was clear to me. So I'm trying to figure out what was unclear. Y'all said that you guys said they arrested him because they had been watching his behind and they already knew. What do you think? That we're not talking about ICE right about now? Like, so we're not talking about these ICE agents that just show up. ICE didn't lock him up. You think that they didn't get a whole freaking task force to go to this boy's house and lock him up? That they just did that all willy nilly on their own? It's still muffled for always. I hope not. Anyhow, if it's muffled, let me know. I'm so busy talking. I just looked over there. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I want to make sure. I'm trying to see who's because I don't see law and crime with it. Let me see. Let me make sure that I'm on the right mic thing. All right. Let me see. First, so I thought. Let me see if because they're not. I don't see it, but I know for sure they there. One crime. Uh, I'm just trying not to go to a creator's page to do it because sometimes I don't want to stream from another creator. Um, so Court TV has the press conference up, but that's not the arraignment that's supposed to be happening. Let me see one moment. Let me see if I go to there. That's the press conference, but that's not the arraignment. Let me go here and see if anybody. Is it 4? Oh, we're a little early. So they said 4:30, right? Yeah. So we're a little early. So while we're a little early, but I don't see they normally actually make a thumbnail for it if they're going to be. Um, I don't see a thumbnail for it. Let me go back to law and crime. Let me see, because I don't see a thumbnail on theirs either. Yeah, but I gotta read that because if that is, y'all, if that's the case, I'm going to be PO'd. I'm going to be PO'd because sometimes y'all flipping and flopping. And as of Friday, you said the same thing. They were saying, oh, they locked him up and we don't think that we don't think they have the evidence, and why would they do that? They don't have an indictment and all this other stuff. So now they're coming to you telling you that they do have an indictment, and Celeste family is not going to be speaking until after the arraignment. um that's what they decided with the prosecution. um and then I saw that and I'm like, are they serious? Yeah, I don't see them. That's in California, right? But I don't see anybody. They should still be if setting up if okay, so let me see. All right, so 2 hours ago, y'all, I'm going to yeah, that was 3 hours ago. Let me see something because if he is on here talking this, That's not what. Hold on, let me see what the victim. Sh she okay, so I don't think what he said the other day. I think that was the other day when he was talking about that. So I'm going to refrain from saying that that's not because I thought I saw something else. I know on Friday they were saying that they think the LAPD had made a mistake, but then I saw to wait a minute. Oh yeah, so that was Friday. Okay, because I was about to lose it. See, that's why I like to look because I don't want to like lose it and start talking it. Like I don't need all that nonsense like coming to the channel. But this was on Friday that they said this, so I feel a little bit better. I had just sort of titled and was like, wait a minute, are they posting this after the press conference? But no, because I'm like they kind of were very clear. He's done. Um, yeah, we know how they know about this case. I'm still not seeing a live for the arraignment though. On from the major networks. I know the channel 7. I want to say hold on, let me see something. They 16 in this I don't know why they keep they're talking about stuff that happened in the past. What about today? Mm, this is so crazy. Oh, give me 1 minute. I think I know how to. Hold on. I know what I'm gonna do. Now that we got that out the way, because I was getting ready to light into and be like, you know what? I don't even care whether or not, because I was gonna say something about that, but that's not what it was. So let me see. What? Hold Hold on, I'm trying to see what Los Angeles. Is that a channel, or I don't know why Bing is coming up for me. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. I think they have something set up for Los Angeles. Press conference again. So I don't know if the hold on, let me see if I can pull something up with this let me put D4VD. I would think that they would be inside the court for the arraignment. That's the one we saw already. Just 3 hours ago. It's 4:36. So if they're gonna have something on here, all of this stuff is old. This is stuff that we do what that we watched earlier. I'm not seeing where. Let me go to the page and then maybe. Oh, I think this is. Hold on. This is not it, but I think this is the one from earlier. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. Okay. I got it, y'all. Because 1:30, right? Hold on. Let me bring it over. They're coming out. They're setting up. Okay, y'all. We got action. I'm gonna just put this on mute. I put it on mute until they come out and actually go to the podium. Come to the podium because I don't think that I don't know if they're just not letting cameras in the court, but I know that this is the press conference that they're going to be having afterwards. But before then, let me just say what up to everybody that's in the chat. Thank you so much for coming out. Please, please, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please hype the videos up on the channel if you can. It definitely helps for free. So we're basically just waiting for them to come out because I don't see where they have anybody has like the courts, anybody that's in court. So let me just go back to law and crime just to make sure that they aren't in a courtroom. But I don't see where they're actually in court, but I do know that this press conference is already set up for when they come out, and they're probably going to tell us what like he has formally been charged with. And like I said, until they come out and say that the family did do something wrong, I'm not I just don't, especially if the family is grieving. And it sounded like to me that it sounded like they didn't believe that the family did anything wrong, and that they kind of felt bad because of how the family was portrayed. So that's why the family couldn't even go shopping. They couldn't even go outside. Like I saw somebody was following them and harassing them and stuff like that. Why y'all not following Shannon and Annette Harris? Follow them around still, because I don't care what anybody says. In that Jarvis Butts case, yeah, they need to be held accountable. Follow them. But they were following these people. You decided to come outside and all this other stuff. And it was really, really, and from what he's saying, and that's why I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to say anything, especially about this family yet, because when you look at it, there were people saying that the mother was actually had the girl in the room sleeping with her because she didn't want her to run away. And they probably should have called. Well, you know what? Let me tell you something. CPS needs to do a whole overhaul. They need to, the whole thing needs to from state to state, everything needs to be redone. They don't do a good job. That's why, and especially for somebody that's telling you that they cannot take care of a child that you've placed in their care because they got sick, and you keep continuing to tell them, well, take the child back. So now what if the child is hurt now because you're not doing anything? It's crazy to me. But the one thing I get, and her brother did say that he went to the LA Police Department to tell them that Celeste was messing with David. And they did nothing about it. So let me see. I don't think everybody done left me. Y'all left me. Mm-hmm. Wait, start yet? No. I'm on mute until they started. Let me see if I hear it's a little muffled here, because I don't. Is this muffled? Is it muffled? Is it muffled? No, I can hear great. All right, so they're not back yet, and I don't see anything from Law and Crime. Hold on, let me see. Law and Crime D4VD. Let me go here and see if they got anything going on inside the court. I don't see anything inside the court. So they just have this press conference up that's out. Oh, let me go live. Nope. Let me try Court TV. No, I think they're just going to come out and do the press conference after this is over, because I'm not seeing anything on like the bigger channels. I looked at channel 7. And this seems to be like the only channel That's the press conference from 3 hours ago. Yeah, I don't think I see anybody. I don't see anybody doing a arraignment on this. Oh wait, wait, wait. Oh no, that's from earlier. That is from earlier. That's a press conference from earlier. So I don't really see that they're going to do the arraignment live. I don't know why not, but it's not. Yeah, I got the same live up that they got up, and live D4VD charged with, and it's the Associated Press, but I got the same live up over here on just a different station. So I'm going to stay here. Oh, yeah. So we're waiting because is that people going in the building? Yeah, it's people that's going in the building, y'all, but they're not showing. Thank you so much, Allie. They're not showing like anything yet. Let me go back over here. I was looking for them to be in the court. You know how law and crime, like they stream. So that's actually somebody standing outside the court. The court case, it should be going on. It's after 1:30 already. It's already 1:35 there, but they probably more than likely didn't have didn't stream inside, but the family is supposed to speak afterwards, according to what the LAPD said. They wanted to wait till he was formally charged, and so they wanted to do it after the arraignment. But yeah, he clearly he made it clear that um some people are out here reporting on things from about the family and how it was not true what they were reporting, or that they're being harassed and being, because I know they speak English, and then that whole thing where they said that, like, people from where they go, first of all, they I don't know why, and I don't know where they got this from, but I don't really want to bring too much attention to this. And you heard her say when she was arguing with the people that live next door, and they called her Mexican. She said, "I'm not Mexican, I'm El Salvadorian," or whatever. And that different races, they put different stereotypes on different races. But this guy, and I keep telling everybody, he was a already making millions of dollars before he got his record deal. So imagine you being a parent up against somebody like him, who's actually controlling, because one of his ex-girlfriends, she did come out and say that. She didn't show her face, she didn't do any of that, but she spoke to somebody via text message. And I'm always leery when that happens, because unless we got proof that it's actually coming from that specific person, I don't really like to say. But the Reddit people, and they be getting it right a lot of times. But the people that are on Twitch, the people that follow David and have been following him before the fame, um, they all knew that he was dating minors. And I believe, and this is alleged, I'm just common sense, and I've been asking you guys this question before this, we got this far. Why Did David's parents snatch him out of school and start homeschooling him? I believe something happened. It wasn't during COVID, it was prior to that. When I saw this case and I went down the rabbit hole and looked at David's stuff, that was the first thing that I noticed. And I'm like, why? And then I was watching his interviews and stuff like that. And I just was like, this guy is he's kind of way out there. You know what's even more disturbing? And it's probably going to match up with their timeline. You see him, and his family always talked about God. Don't get me wrong. His father's supposed to be some type of pastor or something in the church and stuff like that. But for David, for a while, when he was just out here, he stopped talking about God, and then one day he just went online and start talking like, "Hey y'all, I just thought I'd come and tell you something that I had on my heart. Just make sure because there's so much going on in the world today. Keep God first and also." And it was kind of out in left field now at this point because that's where you started, but you had stopped that for a long time, and so it fits in this timeline when he did that. Another thing, I know SZA has to be sick. I know SZA has to be sick. She took this young man on tour with her. They had pictures together after the tour ended. This has nothing to do with SZA herself. She doesn't have anything to do with this, but she gave him a chance. She SZA is not just R&B. She's not. She does all genres, and I'm just saying that because she gave him a chance, his first chance to be out there in tour. If you're human, she has to be sick. And that's the thing. When he toured with SZA, this is what I'm telling y'all, his family, and I believe this is why the LAPD was, no, y'all need to come and sit in front of this grand jury. You can plead the fifth all you want, but you're going to come in here and sit here and answer questions. I think David's little brother's like 14 or something like that, 13, 14, or 15. They didn't say anything about the daughter. He does have a little sister that he used to bring out on stage and let her sing sometimes. He does have a little sister, but Celeste had been pictured with the little brother on numerous occasions backstage. So you put a kid in front of a grand jury, and he has to testify, and you have these seasoned prosecutors that are questioning him. I don't know if his father told him to plead the fifth or not. We don't know whether David's parents pled the fifth or not, because I do know that his mother was very upset when he wrote romantic homicide. She was upset. Like, you're not going to put that out. I know you're not going to put that out. Not my son. And he said when his mother told him that, he knew he was going to put it out. Because I said, what? She told you she didn't like it, but you're going to put it out because she didn't like it? And the way they said that Celeste was found, you know what's even sicker? He had a montage that is like a scene from the game that they play on Twitch, whatever it was. I forget. Was it GTA or something like that? One of those games where you design and whatever happens in your montage, because that's why he started making music, because YouTube was hitting him heavy with the They was messing with his money because he was using other people's music. So what a lot of people don't know, sometimes I never check that list. So I don't know if anybody ever tries to use my content. It's not me. It's the music that's behind my content is actually out there professionally. And so YouTube is a very strict platform. And if they hear, they have I think it's it may be AI that may detect it. I don't know, but because it's put through a professional platform and it is actually you can go to put my music behind your content on any platform. It's just YouTube does not play that, and TikTok will only let you use. I forgot how many minutes of the song. Sometimes you may be able to get away with it on Instagram, but YouTube definitely does not care. That's why a lot of the reactors have like endorsements sometimes, like uh, brand deals and things like that. So YouTube just strikes the channel. YouTube strikes my channel. Each video I have to go and put it on a list. So his mother told him to make his own music. So he went his sister. That's his story. But in that montage, exactly how they found Celeste is exactly how he had the game where like he chopped one of the girls, one of her arms off. And she just has a limb here. Oh, that man is running. Maybe we're gonna have action in a minute. Because he is running. But the cameras are right here. And let me just check over here to make sure, because it doesn't take long to do an arraignment. But no, I don't see anybody that's yeah, they maybe they just made the choice to just not let cameras into the courtroom. You said you thought they said they'd be back. Yeah, because they're not this arraignment should be over pretty soon. If they started on time, it's basically just whatever. And you know what? Look, what he also did was, and see, that's what we didn't know. That's what we did not know, y'all. We did not know because it's not for us to know. And I think this is why they were so hush hush about this case. They had been watching him. They had a track on him. So that's what I'm saying when, they were making a big deal on Friday. It was one station like, oh, we think they made a mistake. They locked him up. Thank you, Ali. They lock him up. We think they made a mistake. And it just sounds stupid. Oh, the cops just went there and locked him up. That's why I said, no, this is not ICE. You mean I was supposed to show, we were supposed to go there in the last live, but I was I had to take a break because we had been here a little while and I had to go look. They're running, so that could be some of her family, but I don't. You guys probably think those are shadows right there. That's a glass. Those are you see the same thing I'm doing. So you see him, he's standing there, he's taking a picture because you can see right through the glass, and it looks like they just went into the courtroom though. Wow. But did y'all hear about so I haven't been able, he's been doing a lot of post and delete, and I really don't, regardless, what people may think, but a lot of times I'm not on social media for the most part. and I don't see notifications. If you follow me on, is this, did you have my Instagram up here? If you follow me on my Instagram, I'm rebranding my Instagram. So you see, I've started to put up things where I am telling a story. I'm sharing a part of my, a story that I've never, um, I didn't tell anyone, but it's helpful. It should be helpful, and I chose to do it through, Instagram. So you'll start to see if I do share things for the channel I'm doing for true crime on Instagram. I just put it through the story because I kind of want to just have my page go over to that. So I'm telling the story about a lot of things, and it's yesterday I, started having like a bad anxiety attack. I was working on something. It was just I just got frustrated, but I was like, you know what? Um, breathe through it and come right back to it. Because if not, I wasn't gonna, get it done. It's just overwhelming to me because I'm explaining all that in the story and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't really get notifications from um unless I'm really looking at my phone. So I wouldn't see if he sent a note. I don't even think I have his notifications on. But what is it? What was his name? I just had his name in my head and I forgot. David's friend, the one that they arrested. Tag on, y'all, help me out. What is his name? I don't forgot his name. He has been posting. He has been posting and deleting the post after he puts it up. He may let it stay there for Langston. He may let it stay there for a little while, but then he deletes it. And I think we looked at that on Stephen Fisher's page, right? So he is pretty PO'd because he was drugged into this situation. He was pretty PO'd and like said Langston. It's Langston. I just remember Langston. He's been pretty PO'd, like with, well, at least that's what he's how he's acting, and that's how he is going about it. So he has been posting. It's not a subliminal because you know who he's talking about, but he's not calling him by name. He called him. I know I did see 2 posts and he was calling him a weirdo. So he was like, you guys keep bothering me. Allie over there with the X fam. Hopefully they so shout out to you on X if you're watching over there. Shout out to you. Hit the like button if you can. Come over, and if Allie drops the link down there for the YouTube, which the YouTube link is on the page as well. Come over here and hit the like button for us and turn your notifications. I think a lot of people are scared of the like button on YouTube. I don't know why. The like button, the heart button on Instagram, and the follow button on Twitter, on X, Twitter, X, whatever, and the like button on TikTok. I'll be like, yeah, these people are weird. They don't want to. It's free. But we do have options where if you want to contribute to the station, the channel, at least over here on YouTube, you can. Basically, there are QR codes that are on the screen here behind the content. You can either do that or the mods drop links in the chat. So Langston has been posting. I think I saw it twice. You guys need to hear my story. Just because I was connected to a weirdo, I'm being harassed. I don't have anything to do with what he did. Langston, Langston, Langston. I don't know at what point. I don't know at what point Langston came on board. I know he was supposed to be working as like David's assistant or something like that. But we have seen, y'all probably forgot now because we went through that a while ago. We have seen the pictures where they were lying on the floor, remember? And David had on a t-shirt to say, "You're gay, I'm in." And he kind of had his hand under Langston's back and they were laying like in a T position. He had his head on there. And then there also was a picture of them standing on some type of balcony or something. And was David behind in the back or was Langston behind him? Either way, you know how you walk up behind your girlfriend and you hug them or whatever? Yeah, that's you think that Langston could be afraid of David? Um, I think they're all a little weird. Now, there was a situation where they were in a room and it was on they were on stream, and one of the girls said, "What is that smell?" And David said, I think somebody went to the bathroom. I can't wait till this evidence comes out because we don't know if the freezer situation is true. We don't know about all that. But what we do know is that, and I guess that's something that they want to hold. They wanted to hold. That's why they came back and changed it. But now they're making it clear again that she was dismembered. So remember, they were talking about the whole freezer situation. We don't know if that's true or not until we get that information from them, whether or not. But we do know about that burn cage, though. We do know about that burn cage, and that burn cage was probably brought, but there was no way they would be able to use it in Hollywood Hills where they were living. You didn't see what part of it for always. What didn't you see? The not the burn cage. You were here for the burn cage. I said something before that. What was it you didn't see? All right, when you let me know what you didn't see and I'll repeat it. Um we also do know that Steve Fisher did see so yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't know if so when the manager rented the house, right? They were renting from someone. The girl asking what the smell was. So yeah, it was just like a regular stream they were doing. But it was from what we saw on camera, two girls and two guys, David and Langston was there. And it looked like I guess they were getting ready to go out or whatever. And one of the girls said, "What's that smell?" And David said, "Somebody used the bathroom earlier." David. David just was putting all types of stuff around. So there was an interview So when I tell you something, I don't say alleged, that means I saw the interview myself. And it actually, David was the one that did the interview. Okay. There was an interview that he did, and he was asked, was it that interview with that Selena's husband? What is his name? It was with the guy that married Selena Gomez. Her husband had asked him, where did he see himself in 5 years? He cut the time off. Celeste at this time is 14, y'all. Pay attention. He said, well, if my career takes off and skyrockets, and he said, what do you mean if your career's already skyrocketed? But he was like, no. I do understand, but if it keeps going crazy, 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 and then next year it goes crazy, 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 crazy. He's like, I'm off the grid after that. I'm going to be living somewhere, no digital footprint, but it's going to be in 4 years. No digital footprint. I'm out of here. I am leaving. I'm going to retire. Weird that Celeste said that when she turned 18, she was going to marry Dave. Her and David were going to get married. And now you got this weirdo saying, no, not in 5, in 4 years. I'm going to be somewhere. He said he was going to buy a house on an island. No digital footprint. And he's just going to be going. And he said, oh, can you let me know where? He was like, no. Nah. He's like, I wouldn't be able to come see. And then he was like, oh, yeah. Y'all also got to know that. Oh, that was a comment for X. It came over here. Thank you, Allie. Y'all also got to know that he made a song with somebody. And this boy started saying how David is messing with a minor. And David's management, according to this guy, so it's alleged to me, but he was online openly saying it, and people know that it's saying that he did have a song with David, but his managers removed it and took it down. They basically told him to, because he started talking about David messing with underage girls. And then David dismissed it. Somebody said something to him, excuse me, online. I believe it was him. And David dismissed it like, oh, people be talking weird and stuff like that and other whatever. So he said he spoke to David, and David was like, nah, we cool. I'm cool with it. We cool, whatever. But he said David, they took the song down that he had made with David because he had put that stuff up. Yeah, and he said not only did the management team, they had the legal team call him too. Not saying that his legal team knew anything, but his legal team probably could have said, no, you got that stuff up. It's false. We don't know where you got it from. Take that down, or you're going to be sued for defamation. You're just a kid, because the guy is not that much older than David. And so once Celeste was, he said once they knew that was Celeste in that frunk, he contacted David. He has a text message, and he said, David, they said that you had something to do, that Celeste is unalived. You have something to do with it. He said, and David dismissed it like, these people out here just talking. Nah, I don't got nothing to do. I don't know, have anything to do with anything, whatever. He's just, yeah. And if you look at his, to me, if you go and look at his interviews, this was something that I think he wanted to do anyway. Probably not just as soon as he did it. But sometimes people are compulsive. They don't have any control over whatever. And then young man is making millions of dollars. He has endorsements with Crocs and Hollister. Like I said, as soon as they said they found the girl in the trunk, they hadn't even said anything about David, but they said it was his car. This is what I'm saying about Clarissa Shields and why I don't think it's a good idea that Krishan align herself with her to help train, to help not do anything. Because brands definitely watch your social media. They watch your social media, and if you're somebody out here just going off all the time, you have no control. You're in a relationship with a whole married man. I don't care how separated that they are. He's refusing to give her a divorce. And then now with all of the other stuff that's just coming out allegedly about Papoose, I have to say allegedly, because listen, even though you can read some of the stuff, the song ain't nothing they can do about it because they put the songs out. Clarissa is pretty silly at this point. You gotta be something is y'all remember the movie A Single White Female? Remember that movie? That's what she's giving me. And I know that Remy's going to protect her child at all costs, and Clarissa will never meet the golden child. But Remy Ma at this point needs to bring the authorities into this and get it. It is really, it is sickening how obsessed this woman is with Remy. It is sickening. It is not a coincidence at this point. It's not a coincidence. You've been studying her. And this is also not allegedly or anything because Remy Ma showed us. Yeah, she is. I believe. Yeah, I believe that she already was before she even um started boxing. I believe that there was something going on, and now that she is boxing, it's worse. Um, and I just want her to stay far away from Krishan. Then where she has enough stuff going out here on her own, and she changed her life. It's clear, but people see her and just like, she lying, she this, she that. Y'all get on my nerve. They just get on my nerve. So Clarissa, probably about a month and a half ago, I'm not a month and a half ago, a week and a half ago, was on one of her rants. And like I guess to deflect from the rant, she kinda just started, I'm gonna call you when I get off here, Krishan. I'm gonna call you, Krishan, when I get off of here. And I'm like, oh gosh, really didn't have to say that. You could have just sent her a message or something. But the people that train, Krishan's training team is also Tank's training team. Gervonta Davis, who's one of the best boxers out, and he doesn't get along with Clarissa because Clarissa is just way out of pocket. And so he checked her because she said something about him, and he checked her. So Gervonta Davis is kind of one of the reasons why that Krishan's team is training her. He put the stamp on it, so now they call her the female Tank, and I'm sure, because I said every chance I get, I don't think it's a good idea that you link Krishan with her. She's not even an example for the girls that's out here in the ring right about now. You can tell that Shadeja Green in that fight, you can tell something was wrong. She didn't come out of the corner. She wasn't fighting back at all. She said they put out a statement today that actually she had a brain bleed, and she's in ICU. And it was nothing like to do with the fight. It's something about whatever she did before. so they can say what they want to say, and all that. But she said that she is going to get better. She is going to come out here and fight Clarissa Shields. So Clarissa Shields, but I don't know how long Clarissa Shields is going to be boxing, because Layla Ali did make a statement after um Shadeja after they took Shadeja out the next day after the fight, to say how distasteful it was for Clarissa to get online and make that long rant. That was horrible. I don't know if y'all saw it. It's all over YouTube. This is why she's mad with YouTubers, because she tries to do these posts and deletes. And you got these content creators that all they do, you give them content all day long. They go live 4 or 5 and 6 times a day, and they really making a lot of money on it. She irks me. I don't know if I can get through a lot with her about her, like, because at this point, I think that she probably rode a yellow bus by herself. Because Papoose is clearly with you for your money. And they got her so wrapped up in a contract. She's not even understanding. How you a millionaire and you paying a car note? How you a millionaire and you paying a mortgage? With all the millions you say that you have. But every time Clarissa Shields opens her mouth, she's lying. It doesn't make the difference. She cannot go live without lying. She gonna tell a lie as soon as the cat, like, I'm selling out Caesar's. That fight was not sold out, Clarissa. That fight was not sold out. And you can get that information from the ticket place. But she wanted all us to believe that we all need to be on the boat. Look, Pap upstairs. Girl, somebody asked her, they said, Clarissa, did you see the Vlad interview? Because Papoose for sure said, I don't live with her. She got her own houses. I got my own houses. I don't live with her. So are you engaged? He's like, we exchanged gifts. I ain't never bought her a ring. Nope. The child said, oh, Clarissa, yeah. Girl. And then you said you didn't want to be in a polygamous relationship, according to Maserati Buds. She didn't want to be in a polygamous relationship, according to the receipts that Maserati Bud dropped. You in a whole polygamous relationship. Whether you knew it or not, I believe she knew it. Remy tried to tell y'all. I didn't want to believe Remy. Mm-hmm. His wife don't know what she talking about. Somebody said I sent in. It looks like they may be coming, y'all. Hopefully they are. All you gotta do is read them some well, if they're allowing the family to say something, that would be the only thing that I would think. So they must have not allowed any cameras. Let me go over here. I just want to check and make sure again that there's no. You got everybody. This is Associated Press. Yeah. Everybody's watching the same thing that we're watching, waiting. And that's a video. Somebody put his charges are insane. Singer D4 face life and yep. So that's everybody only has the lobs up from earlier. This says 1 hour ago, but yeah, I guess they just it's a channel that just did. I wanted to switch out and go and look at the arrest live because that's what I wanted to see y'all to show you from a different angle. How they ran down and on him and got him. How they like that had to be coordinated. That was a coordinated effort. Them cops. Hold on. Can't even hear you, sir. I don't know. Just keep going. I think it's ordered. Thank you. Yeah, I hear it. But they're not saying like. Yes, channel 4 from creative. I don't know. I can't. So now they don't want silent again. I thought that we were going to get action like. Okay, so come on in. Oh, they did change the. You turn it down. You just keep the mute off. On they did change the little thing now, and it says D4VD arraignment underway. So I don't think that. Yeah, he was doing a mic check. I don't think that they're hooking up more mics. I'm trying to see his shirt. What news station is he with? Excuse me. I think they're going to come out because. Make sure if you come in, you hit the like button for me, please. I appreciate you all. Just in case you got to run, if you're stopping in, let me see. I think Allie had put it up here. Papoose upstairs. Yeah, Papoose upstairs. Papoose was in New York. We ran to New York. Child, please. Remy out having the time of her life. Who was that? That Allie had put it out. Let me see.
David looked extremely nervous, looking around, eyes were darting, did not look like he was comfortable in a good place. No bail. April 23rd is next hearing, Department 105. The defense is asking for a full preliminary hearing, including all information from the grand jury transcripts. They also want the coroner's report and matters are proceeding forthwith to try to get all that stuff to. How's that?
Oh, wow.
In short, what you had basically there was a judge who is not believing in running the clock. 23rd is 3 of 10. Your lady? Me tape?
Okay, so he's saying. Oh, hey, look at Boom Boom. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's going to go a long way. Thank you so much, Boo Boo, for the $5 super chat. And welcome in. Thank you so much.
Just tape over the edges so that.
Thank you so much for the support, Alice says. And Boo Boo says, keep doing your things. Bye. Thank you so much. I'm trying to, be more consistent with what I'm doing because, yeah. Thank you so much. So he's basically saying what they're still going to come out. I think the family, he just was being smart. Like, basically, this is what it is. So they're saying April 23rd. They're saying April 23rd, he needs to They want all of the information and stuff turned over to them from the grand jury hearing and stuff by April 23rd. No bail.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
The DA said that's 40 terabytes of information. We don't know how much discovery you're going to be able to get between now and the 23rd. But the 23rd is next court. 3 of 10 days.
I mean,
April 23rd. They want the goddamn.
on Thursday, no bail. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the 23rd is. There's the 20th.
I'm just telling you what the judge said, what the attorney said. So we're going to hopefully have something here that we can explain as to why and what the hell. Well, we're waiting. Go ahead. No bail hold. Right.
Of course, he wouldn't have a bail with those type of charges.
We'll see what happens.
He's a flight risk.
Say something, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
He just on the side talking. Let me turn this down a little bit, but I still have it on just in case they come out and talk. He's a flight risk, of course. With the charges that they're charging him with, I wouldn't expect that he would have a bail either. Like, come on. Like, they're charging him with first-degree red rum with special circumstances. And the circumstance is, because I heard what's the name? What is this guy's name? Say that. Oh, okay. So the special condition is that he was having relations with a child under 13, and he wanted to. He unalived her basically. He said David Oz. Yeah, it was darting all around. Yeah, they say he looked scared. He don't look scared. But darting around, he didn't look too good. Yeah, I could see a little Jarvis butt situation happening. Because I don't think that David thought that he was gonna be where he is today. Because it was like the countdown they did was like 7 or 8 months had gone by. The kid got a lot of money. He has the kid and
Entitled to discovery. We have served the people with notice. They have 15 days to produce discovery in this case. We would ask that they do that in conscientious earnestness and as quickly as possible.
I'd ask the court to make an order today. We'll take a copy of the minute order ordering the Department of Medical Examiner to release their coroner's report in this case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The court will order that the medical examiner release the report in this case forthwith.
Thank you.
The matter set in Department 105, as the court indicated, April 23rd, 2026, as a 3 of 10 prelim. Anything further?
No, not at this time.
Bail to stand, no bail. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's how fast it was. Now, from the picture that they took that we saw down, did his face look a little fatter? Like he was like, did you lose some weight already, baby? You ain't even said nothing yet. Voice of an angel, mind of a devil. Child, bye. They talking about OJ. What the? I didn't think they was going to show him inside the court. So he has 4 charges, y'all know. He has the red rum, first degree red rum with special circumstances. He has this, I think it's the S3 charge with a child under 13. He has the charge of unaliving her for financial gain, and the other charge, I'm trying to think off the top of my head the way they're wording it is like he did something, in furtherance to like get rid of her. And so I think what's the name was saying like, what they're trying to say is because she was about to blow up his spot, she was the victim and the cause of why he unalived her, which makes absolutely, well, it could make sense. It does make sense. When you think about it, they had him under investigation. They were already investigating him. You online playing with stuff. You said, look at him behind her. This man walks like his back. Yeah. He looks like he's tall, probably, probably did some type of sports in his life. Something that was coming back on him a little bit. My back be hurting too, so I ain't laughing at you, mister. laying in wait. Thank you for always. That's what I mean. That's why I got you over here. So he was laying in wait because she was getting ready to expose him because they were going to question her, but something that she said to him around the time that he unalived her. But I believe it was the live that they did. That's what I believe. I believe it was that live, and maybe, but I think there's a lot more stuff that's going to come out. And you know why I said that? Because now Harvey Levin is Harvey Levin, but then you got the Garagos man, two angry guys. I don't really watch, their show unless it's something. And when it comes to this Celeste thing, it's so, everything is so stitched together about who knows who and all this other stuff. And so I think, the Garagos, the attorney Garagos was basically what he was saying. That's what we see. Now, Harvey Levin is the one that is the friend of. But to me, they probably heard the same thing, but I don't know what is the reason why he would keep pushing the gas and then backpedaling. Pushing the gas, because remember, he said that they are the ones that actually called the LAPD to tell them.
Get the coroner's department, which is now the medical examiner's department, to release those materials.
Oh, they just replayed it again.
Your Honor, it's surprising news given the District Attorney's Office held a press conference this morning where they discussed the cause of death, apparently under seal and not released by the coroner's office, as did the robbery homicide unit to the press. So we would again reiterate, we believe that Mr. Burke is entitled to discovery. We have served the people with notice. They have 15 days to produce discovery in this case. We would ask that they do that in conscientious earnestness and as quickly as possible.
I'd ask the court to make an order today. We'll take a copy of the minute order ordering the Department of Medical Examiner to release their coroner's report in this case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The court will order that the medical examiner release the report in this case forthwith.
Thank you.
The matter is set in Department 105, as the court indicated, April 23rd, 2026, as a 3-10 prelim. Anything further?
No, not at this time.
Bail to stand at no bail. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, on the time. All right, so that's just whoever's coming in from this, they just paid it over again. Yeah, waiting comments from lawyers and family members. I guess we played it again. But did you see that arrogant mofo shake his head when his attorney said, like, basically they already told the public, blah, 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 and so they need the medical coroner's examination. And he's like, I'm telling y'all, he's an arrogant sack up. You got to watch his interviews. It's like, I don't think that he ever thought that he was going to be where he is today. But did y'all see his eyes darting? I don't think I saw his eyes darting. To me, he didn't look like he was scared. I don't know what that guy talking about. To me, he didn't look like he was scared. That's how he always looks. And he paying a lot of money for that legal team. That legal team probably told him they ain't got nothing. That's because everything was sealed and they didn't have to give it to them. So now the judge is saying, okay, y'all have to give them okay, about the 23rd, get it to them. They better not mess this case up. I'm gonna be so mad if they mess this case up. That's more like it for always. This is what he looked like to me. Yep. Annoyed. Why am I here? I'm a millionaire. Then look at his actions, right? Soon as this stuff came down the pike, you go ahead and you transfer your properties over to your mother. So if they say the case goes,
Hello, testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
He's testing. Say the case goes forward and whatever happens, he winds up being convicted, whatever. Oh, they taking them properties from his mother because it's the timing. It's the timing that he transferred the properties. If he had done it and they have some information that Celeste is still, was still alive at the time, they may not be able to seize it because he did it before. But it's the timing that she was already gone, and right after they started blowing up, because they used to be in these YouTube streets arguing in these comments. And one day he was on TikTok. We all know what he sound like. And I was like, oh, they're just making that up. But I went over there on TikTok. It was like when this first started. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like him. I believe he's the one that made that call to his mother's house, the prank call. You think he's smarter than y'all? Y'all got to see his interviews. Baby girl, because he already had done said that he was committing these crimes, these unalivings, and what they hired him to solve them, but they didn't know that his alter ego was the one that was committing these crimes. Say that. And then I have to look and see if there's a video where he's sitting in the shower with all his clothes on. I'm gonna have to go and look at that video again, see when it was made. Is that his father? Because you was making a big deal about coming to LA to go to court. More than likely, his parents ain't there. If he had done it a while ago, that would have said, yeah, he did it after the case. He did it after her unaliving, and not just her unaliving. We got to remember that he was on tour. They tried to get that one off. But what they don't know is that I hate when I get sidetracked like that. I was going to say something about.
Tell him, he don't believe it.
Oh, what they don't know about is that Steve Fisher did his investigation, he started getting all of the video from all the neighbors and stuff. And that's how Stephen Fisher knows who parked that car there. But Stephen Fisher said the person that parked that car there, after the person parked it, his tour bus pulled up and they got on the bus.
Check 1 2 check.
So, I went and started looking. I went down a rabbit hole. Yep, around the same time. Yep, they was on the bus eating chicken sandwiches. Him, Langston, that girl that was on TikTok one day, I saw a video of it because people were sending it around, and that's the girl I thought that was not showing up to court, saying how stupid these people was, but she was laughing that they're online admitting to red rum. I can't make this up. Yo, she said it. It's in the video. It ain't nothing like nobody. She was cracking up laughing. And she was one of his moderators over on, I think she was his moderator on TikTok. And what is that? I guess he had a Discord room, I think he had. Yeah, she was a moderator there. You sure I think he did. And the reason why is I think he did it is because when he recorded his first song in the closet himself, he recorded it in a different voice, and Alvin, like one of the chipmunks. And he was on X. He's SF Investigates. S like Sam, F like Frank Investigates. So he's probably going to do an interview, either probably on Lauren Crime probably today, Steve is, or he may do an interview on News Nation. I think that's where Lauren is. She has her own channel, but so that's who he has been interviewing with. And I know he may even go on Nancy Grace. Like, he does go on there, unless, I don't know if he tired of her. Yeah, a lot of people be tired of her. Like, she'd be like, now slow down, hold on. You tell me, I'm not buying that. What day is it? You're like, Nancy Grace is getting older, and like she's getting, as the more she ages, the worse she gets. A lot of people don't like her. I mean, I don't watch her like that. I heard the things they say about her, but I don't watch her like that. So I do, like, when cases like this, I may go check out what she said, but then as soon as she start going off left, I'll be like, you know what, Nancy, nobody got no time for that. All right, if you're in here, make sure if you just dropped in, where's my Ellie comment? Okay, thank you. Just coming in, make sure you hit the like button for me, please. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are waiting for the family to come out of the courtroom. He's already been arraigned. He has no bail. So his legal team is asking for the reports from the coroner. The coroner's reports by the 23rd. So that's about 3 days, because they released some information to the public already when they did their press conference. I thought it was tastefully done, but when you look at it in the background, wait a minute though. I thought that Steve said that, okay, so it probably is true. Excuse me. So the medical examiner's report, I thought that Steve said that it was going to be up on the website, that they had unsealed it. But I guess they're just not looking for just that. They want everything. They want to probably see how they came to their conclusion, what was said at this time, what was said at that time. They want everything. And they're saying the fact that they did mention to the public. But I thought he said that they were saying it wasn't going to be unsealed until after this arraignment. She's too disrespectful. Yeah, so that's what I mean. I watch her when it comes to, like, certain things, but then a lot of times, like, yeah, I gotta go. Like, she be talking to those people on her panel crazy. But when she had Tisa Tells on there, she wasn't really talking to Tisa like that. Because I guess she liked what Tisa, her and Tisa was like locked in, like believing the same thing when they related to the Diddy report. And like, whatever. Tisa was, she basically liked, Tisa's animated self. And, Tisa was saying all types of stuff. And so I didn't see it with Tisa, and she really doesn't do it to that psychologist that she has on a lot. But the men go on there, she eating them alive. Like, I need you to slow down, especially if they say something. They do be saying stuff sometimes that be off. And I think that she can take a different approach. She don't care. She be talking crazy. She do. She be talking crazy to them defense attorneys. I'll be like, all right, Nancy. I think I got all the information I want to hear. Like, you got my brain going. It is time to go. Nobody's doing that, Nancy. So, get off here. I'll see. Oh, wow. Oh, I thought I was getting ready to say somebody disconnected. So she talks crazy to the defense attorneys. Yeah, she does. She be eating them alive. I be like, Nancy, you can calm down.
Tommy, just have to remember, what part of a reporter's anatomy wears out faster than anything else? This, sitting on it, rotating.
Come on, y'all. They probably are. I think that her parents, may they. I don't think that they. And I don't even. But I do think I remember somebody saying that her parents, um, they understand English, but they don't really speak it that good. But I don't know. I've never heard them talk. I've seen them harass them when they first came out. They went to go shopping for the very first time. After this happened, which was like, whoa, it was some time after this happened. And people was harassing them, following them. Oh, you didn't protect your daughter, how you feel, like, I'm like, and I was like, wow, that is a lot. You said, oh, she said, I cannot take piece of voice all about 5 minutes. A lot of people say that, and she don't care because, like, she got her following, and I think she's still angry that her fiance Red Rum was never solved. Nancy Grace. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. I forgot about that because aren't her twins by somebody else? or did she adopt them? I don't know. Maybe she is. She be going off. Yeah, Tisa is. I love Tisa for the Diddy trial though, but yes, that's what her made. That's what made her become a DA. Um, well, she sure. If that's the case, and I mean that had to be a long time ago. She has twins. She always talks about them. Like sometimes you'll see her. She'll have a show, a live show, because she does like a lot of. That's another. Nancy is another one. I see how she does stuff. Like she'll do like a live, and and then it comes on again, and you watch it, and it's like it's the same video. She might have just took a picture out and put another one in. You go, Gara goes right there. I noticed his walk. He inside the building, but he's going out a different exit. That 100% was him. That's crazy how I know how he walked and can tell who he is from the back. Through a glass. That's him. He walking right there. That's Gara goes just walked out the back. That's crazy. Um, And I only can tell that because of the Diddy trial. He was outside, seen outside a couple times. But Nancy, she does have twins. They play soccer. I do know that. So sometimes you'll see her and she's like going off like, hurry up. Whatever, because her kids have a soccer game or something. So that's the only reason I know that she has twins and that they play soccer. Because sometimes she'll mention it. But I don't even watch her like that. But I haven't watched Nancy in a minute. After like the Diddy thing and stuff like that, and the Tisa, I think I watched one time for the Celeste thing because she was going off, but it was making me like so upset because at that point it looks like it felt like people were trying to guess what was going on with this case. So like if Stephen Fisher came on somewhere and said something, I would definitely take heed to it because he definitely is somebody that made great contributions to this case. Shout out to him. But he did it with integrity. And so they can get mad all they want. He has a lot of information. But basically he's saying what they left behind, he don't understand. He don't care how heavy it was. He would have took it like the burn cage. They said they took a picture of it. But then did you take a picture of the certificate from Build-A-Bear from where they were able to corroborate that Dico is out? You know what? I want to say that was wasn't that David's attorney that just walked by? Because I don't think it was the prosecution. That looked like that was, yeah, she's too rude. Yeah. You know what happened? She went back to, I'm going to see if we can see it real quick after they do this, before, I'll hop up off here. She was seen at David's property. Oh, that's a big dog. Service dog. She was seen at David's property. Was that before or after? Oh, yes. So she went back inside. She was probably talking to David's parents or whatever. Because I don't think that they came. I wouldn't have. She's too rude. I would end up cussing her out. I would end up cussing her out too. Yeah, she would get it. she would definitely get it. She got exposed to being fake and got canceled and had to start her own show on here some years ago. Nancy, you talking about Nancy? Oh yeah, you gotta be talking about Nancy because Tisa always, I think, been over here. I wonder what I did. I vaguely remember something like that about that, but I thought it was something of I don't know. Yeah, I watch her from time to time. She does have like I like when she has like the professional people that come on her show, but she be talking to them so reckless. You be like, that damn Nancy. You stop talking to these grown people like that. And you did y'all see that? I don't know if y'all saw. I know I didn't bring it over here on the because I didn't go live around that time. I actually was going through so much, and I just was like, I'm not going live for that. But after they made the phone call to the prank phone call was made to David's parents' house. His mother had went. They was following her child. Probably was the cops following her. Probably put that leaked that picture because I'm sure they had put a tag on not just David, like because they needed to keep an eye on him. Because he's in Hollywood, but like his property is in Texas. That's where the car was registered to. But I think you could tell it was like an amateur that did this type of crime, and it's just like what got me was when the neighbor found the Tesla key. So the Tesla key is like a credit card, and it was placed like in the drain and I wonder if they can get pictures of whoever put that key there. I'm wondering, do they have it? Because the person that found it allegedly is somebody that lived in that area. But that was kind of odd, though, that conveniently the key to the Tesla, and he never called and said the Tesla was stolen. He's the way he said it. It was kind of crazy. What's going to tell a lot is when they start talking about that trip that he took. And he was up there in that wooded area for a long time. And I do believe that they were looking for somewhere probably to take that burn case they found. And probably it just didn't work out. Nancy, no network. Oh yeah, they wouldn't want to work while she nasty. So that looks like. So the area where he had went, I don't know about the trip that they were able to look at whatever digital footprint they had, but David went on a trip. And the area when he went to in California, a lot of times they have a lot of brush fires out there. At the time that he went, there was no brush fires. So probably that's why they ordered a burn cage, right? Hear me out. But as soon as right after they left the area, I don't know if they were trying to scope something out because they have pictures of them being in that area. That area started fires. The fires started and nobody could go in that area. And that could be when he was going to try. They're going to try. But whatever Stephen Fisher has said already, that from the video footage from the cameras that was in the home from the owner that owned the home, the person that's renting the house had the option to turn it off. They were not looking at anything. It was for their security reasons. They didn't turn it off, but it was crazy how Steve Fisher said that they had a bag over the smoke detector. I don't know what that was going to do, but that's what he found. And so, and they also were able to corroborate. He found that certificate from Build-A-Bear with Celeste's cousin's name on it. And they also was able to, at the time, get pictures of the date that's on that certificate, and they found pictures of David on the roller coaster at the same amusement park on the same day. Steve was able to put all that together. So they probably do have it because Tesla takes pictures of everything. Yeah, Tesla takes pictures of everything. And once you download, they said they got digital evidence. Yeah, they do. They have a whole, in Garrigle said that a month and a half ago, I believe it was, maybe even 2 months ago. He said, I heard that they have digital evidence of everything. They know who was where, what was where, who lived in the house, who slept in whatever bedrooms. He said they had everything, and it was one of their shows on Friday, Two Angry Men. It may have even been more than 2 months ago. I remember Garrigle saying that. He said he said they even have, according to whoever had told him that. Now Harry was on there looking crazy because Harry like, no, that's not what I heard. He's like, well, I'm not going to say where I got the information from, but according to what I know, I was told like they kind of know all these things. So I don't know. Nancy had a professional on there that were basically saying like if she was frozen, then they thawed her out, and basically something about it wouldn't be helpful to them because her body would have started to liquefy and all this other stuff. But then somebody else said no, they can take. You know what I want to hear? I want to hear from the prosecution whether or not, because they never talked about this again. Now remember, they came out and said she wasn't dismembered because they didn't want, at first they said she wasn't. He said she wasn't. So remember, everybody was talking about she was pregnant. And then when they finally came out and said, no, she wasn't, everybody dropped that and never went back to it. So I'm wondering if that's going to be back up. Because during the press conference they had earlier, they didn't ask about that. That's a question I would have asked. So is it true, or can you tell us, was she with child? I want to know, did she have a tattoo on her chest? Because the song that he wrote, Celeste, oh Celeste, the girl that has my name tattooed on my chest. Y'all better get that tattoo artist too. There's 2 tattoo artists. So Celeste and David have tattoos on their index finger that said, shh. But initially, David had a tattoo party, and this is according to some people that was there. So allegedly, I'm going to say it for the sake of my channel. I'm just repeating what they said, and I kind of believe them. He had a tattoo party, and he wanted the tattoo artist to tattoo something on Celeste. This is why I say them people that was in that house is full of it, because somebody told, what she said today was she's going to need ID. Because somebody in that house told her that Celeste was underage. And they said that tattoo artist was like, And David was like, I'm giving you consent. And she's like, no, you're not going to give me consent. All you need to do is show me that she's 18 or over, and then I can do it. But other than that, I'm not doing it. But then she did remember they did say she had a bunch of fake IDs that said that she was 19 years old, even though you could tell looking at girl face that she wasn't that old. I know some people look young, but no. Then they said David had said to her, well, you're going to be missing out on money. And they said the girl was like, I don't care. I am not tattooing her. Somebody said that she's underage. So I'm like, okay, so if she had the fake IDs, then why didn't she just show her fake ID? I just think the girl was just totally against it. I don't know who in the house said that to her. So he got somebody else to do it. It was more than just him and Celeste in the house. So they need to ask that question. Who tattooed that shh on her finger? Now I do know her mother knew that shh was on her finger because TMZ called her mother, and that's how they got the information, and that's how TMZ called the LAPD to tell them that he had information that he could possibly identify the girl, and that was from when he spoke to the mother. And I think that's where everybody ran with it, saying, oh, her family failed her. Oh, her mother knew. David is paying them off, whatever they were going, like saying all this stuff. And I'm just like, I'm just not getting ready to go down this rabbit hole with everybody else and listen to all the stuff that just like that's really going on. But one thing that I do know that she is the one that told him, told Harry Levin that Celeste had the on her finger. But I think Harry said it wasn't written in red. And I was like, Harry or some, it could have been Harry or maybe the medical examiner's office or something like that. I just think that they wanted to throw them off the trial because they were doing all of this investigating. And I just believe that they just did not want people to know in what direction the investigation was going. So, because everybody was like, oh, well, they could just lock him up and put him in jail if, he was having, and that's something that he said they were trying to verify whether or not they were in a, whether or not they were in a, intimate, that they was having relations with each other. That's something that they wanted to make sure that they had some type of concrete evidence about that. And him having all the money that he has, and anybody that knows knows that they, and I'm gonna have to look up the California law now, but I think it's like that should be everywhere. They can request a speedy trial. They don't have all the evidence that could cost them the case. So when I looked at it from that point, even though I was so upset and so mad because we like, oh, come on now. She is found in his cars registered to him. Like, we got all this evidence from online or whatever. And I guess they were going through a lot of people. And I kind of took what the prosecutor said earlier at the press conference. He's kind of like, listen, if you got any information about this crime, you need to come forward. Because at this point, now that David has been indicted, I guess he's saying, yeah, if you got any information, you better come forward and cooperate because, listen, you might be going a different way. I know that Steve Fisher said that it was 4 to 5 Went out, y'all. I'm here. I'm back. I don't know what happened to my Wi-Fi. All right, y'all. So I don't know what they are. Well, the family probably has a lot of questions that they want to ask. And I do understand that. Um, because even though they've probably been talking to them, that's kind of hard to um daggone it, what happened? There you go. That's probably hard for them to really understand what is going on. They probably have a lot of questions. And but they've been according to them, they've been in. Do you have no? No. I don't have Spectrum. No, I actually my Wi-Fi. I had the Wi-Fi. Yeah, but the Wi-Fi was turned off on my phone, not there. I don't know what happened, but no. I have a Verizon. I have Verizon. I used to have Xfinity. Xfinity costs too much money. Got Spectrum too, and it costs too much money. So Verizon has something like they use like now not just the DSL, but they use the satellite. So it's like the same Wi-Fi you kind of like use for your phone, like type deal. So yeah, I went with them. It's much cheaper. This is just it is I guess. Oh goodness, ouch. There's a bunch of people standing here. You probably can't really see it from there, but it is not the reporters outside. It's actually they're inside. So I don't know if they're going to pull, because they said the family wanted to talk, but they wanted to do it afterwards. So, the family can say, we don't want to talk anymore. Like, oh, you know what? I can see the family asking about having questions about what the ruling that the judge just made for April 23rd. I can see them having questions about that. So, before they come out and basically say anything, they probably have a lot of questions for like the prosecution. But there's some people inside, and then some of those people are outside. Because like this guy that keeps coming to the mic, not him, it's another guy. I can see him outside, but then there are some people standing right inside. It's quite a few of them. Come on now. We are awaiting. They probably done told David, just 3 more days, you're going to be home. If they don't have what they need to have to us by the 23rd, I guarantee you his attorney is looking for any little mistake that they make. They're going to try to get David up out of there. They're gonna try to get David up out of there. But if he's anything like, and you know what I'm wondering, y'all? Somebody in here know whatever. I'm wondering because his father is an attorney, right? And so that's why he filed the habeas corpus and thought he wasn't going to have to come to California and sit in front of that grand jury. He thought he was going to do that because they, and I don't even understand why he thought that. I guess maybe he figured like he would kind of like throw them off a little bit. Regardless as to how you look at it, Celeste was a child, G. She was a child. And if your son is 21 years old, it doesn't matter. He's still an adult. She was a child that was living with him, online with him. There's proof every freaking where. But what he tried to do was pull the flim-flam and go get that other girl with the same color hair as Celeste. And I hope they picked up on this. Celeste's hair was very curly. That girl that he had dressed exactly to wear what Celeste had, when you see him at that arcade and the girl has on the glasses and a Gap jacket, that is not Celeste. I don't know why people keep saying that. You can look at her and tell that that is not her. That is not Celeste at that arcade where she has the girl that has the 2 French braids in her hair. That is the 23-year-old Celeste. Her hair is straight. Celeste's hair has never been straight. Her hair, every time I see her, is curly, or you don't see her hair at all because she always had on a hood. Or her and David were wearing those matching wave caps, the black ones with the gold on it. So that's why I was saying that Langston wiped his, I showed y'all. Langston wiped, he when this first came out, he started wiping David completely off of his social media. But he has a picture up there. I don't know if he realizes that Celeste and David is still in the background. I know he'll listen over here, and I don't know if anybody else picked up on that, but I showed y'all. I say, oh, he still got a picture up. And look at Celeste and David in the background. So I'm not a detective. I'm sure these people went to those pictures and probably, if they do what they're supposed to do as investigators, then y'all can definitely see that picture, that unless he took it down by now. Because I do know they be in like some creators chats listening. I'm not live like that, but I don't think I've ever heard anybody else say that, but I saw it. I showed it to y'all. You may not remember, but I did. Your left one, Langston. And not only is David in it, Celeste is in it. And I just think that him and, listen, different strokes for different folks. Tomato, you do what you do, you like what you like. I think that, something, I don't think that it was intimidation. I think that's something like they were having some type of relation. It was just like they were always touching on each other, feeling on each other. It was a whole lot of stuff going on in that house. And if you didn't know, there was a whole lot of stuff going on in that house. I just got sidetracked because this stack on the ring bell keep going off. This thing is picking up everything that pass, drive by, walk by, and it keeps going off. So, yeah, him and David, some of the pictures that they had out there was like, get a room. Or go home or something. But yeah, I want to hear what they got to say. So Aki, like, yeah, get up out of here. This is like torture. And if they're not coming out, come and tell them, because there is a different interest. Like there are a lot of people, there are people going out the back, the other entrance the other way, not where they're set up. But this is where all the news people are set up for a conference. But like I said, they can always say, listen, we don't want to talk. We think it's just like, it's like too much for her father. Her father is the one that is saying he's going to be here. He wants justice for his daughter. So we'll see. Do they want the reporters to stall them out? Let's just stall them out. So y'all, I'm gonna look into, while we're waiting for them, I'm going to look at that case about those 8 children. That's just so sad. That, I mean, also they're coming. See, I told you, it's a whole bunch of them sitting there and staying in there. But a lot of them, they move from there and they're going out the back door. I don't know if that's a part of David's team or who that is, but now you have some people that started walking out the back way. But there's still quite a few people inside too. So I'm sure, I think the family has like their own attorneys. Of course, you know, you got somebody that's going to like take their case. They ain't gonna need no money for this, because they gonna sue David for everything he got. Even if he is to walk, right, y'all, they can still sue him in civil court. You don't have to prove as much as you have to prove in a state court, in civil court, and they can win money and bankrupt him. And these labels are not going to want to work with him. If I'm just saying, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just giving a scenario, since they taking so long and got me out here, got to do commentary. They playing around. They can still take him for what he is, and I don't see anybody working with him, because where he was really, really well, he was popular here, like around the world, but like a lot of those, like I want to call them the right thing, because I don't want to, say the wrong thing. I'm just not into that type of music or whatever, but I know, I guess they use for anime. Did you tell me before for always what that name of that music was, what they refer, how they refer it? Well, anyway, okay, are you disconnecting? I don't know what those. Everybody disconnect, y'all, but they're not taking their microphones. Oh, okay. I was going to say K-pop. Yeah. That's it. Thank you. So a lot of people, it's that's popular over like in Japan and stuff like that. So he does have a lot of people that he loves over there, and they love him, but I never heard of him before this case. Oh yeah, girl. Yeah, he had just, so SZA You know what? This was all new. So the reason why he has money is because he was a content creator. And once you're a content creator, if you really do this full time, you can make a good penny. But you know, for me, like I'm not on here because of everything that was going on. So a lot of my following that I had, they're like, "Oh, girl, where you been? Life happens." So when I go live, I know that I have people here. I just need to get back to consistency, but you can't stop life from happening, and that's just that. But people like him. All they do is stay online all day, all night. Now they started homeschooling him, and you could trust and believe that his parents liked the money that he was making. At a young age, like these young kids, just like that guy, that young boy that Kai gave a chance, and now he's making all his money. He's forever in trouble, and like getting his bag stopped over there on Twitch because he's making a lot of money, and look how young he is. And so David was the same way until YouTube really cracked down on the copyright stuff. And so when YouTube cracked down on the copyright stuff, it started messing with his money. But David had already made a song for I forgot which game it is, and I've heard that song before. So no, not Kai. I know who Kai. It's the young boy that Kai had in school. I forgot his name. I just saw him and I was like, "Is that for real?" I don't know if you saw the Mafia Don. The young boy, he's still in the school. He was wearing the suits with a band around his arm for the Mafia Don. He would wear a suit every day, and he was just horrible because he got so much money. He don't take life serious. I think he should be about 17 now. I think he's 17. I don't think he even 18 yet. But basically, like, they were making money, and so this guy, he had a song that was very popular, and you probably didn't even know that it's him. But I heard the song like in passing, like in different places, because even though it was in the game, like people was actually listening to it. It's a song called "Feel It," and I was like, "Oh, this guy's a person that sing." And it's not anything that I would pull up and listen to, but I did hear it, like maybe in a store or something like that. I knew it. That song I knew. I heard it. But then, like, he made a song with 21 Savage for another game. And basically, when he started making music on his own, it started going viral everywhere. The TikTok, here on YouTube, Twitch, definitely. I wasn't in tune with who he was, but I just went down a rabbit hole and kind of like, oh, okay. And everything happened for him so fast also. So then you got to figure he was signed to a deal. I think he got like $3 million up front. And then he also had the endorsement deal now with Crocs, Hollister. So now, in addition to the money that he was making before, he was already making money. He already had money. Now he's added on to his empire. Somebody even said that they noticed at some point he started acting strange, weird, and a little different. And it's probably because, he was dibbling and dabbing in that they said it was, be doing that snow or whatever. I'm gonna call it snow and all that. It was like he was just acting really weird. But then they were saying that he started acting childish and wearing all of this Hello Kitty stuff because he wasn't wearing the stuff before. Well, Hello Kitty was one of Celeste's favorite characters, and he really started oversaturating everything with Hello Kitty. In that little video I just saw, He's sitting in the shower in a pair of Hello Kitty pajamas with a jacket on, with a bonnet on his head, and got the shower on, and he just sitting there. But with him, you gotta actually go and mama. Y'all, wait a minute. I'm sure if it is, they're not coming over this way. Because that looks like that's his attorney right there. There's another door over here, this way. Oh, y'all can't even see. I'm not on camera. There's a door like to the right. You can go in the door either in the right or the left, and it looks like that was his parents and his brother. So yeah, I flew to Los Angeles for this. And it also looked like his attorney. That was his attorney that walked out like behind them. I'm sure if it was, some of these reporters would be trying to ask them questions. But his father is not going to. His father knows about and this mother's supposed to be a teacher. That's what they said. His mom was a teacher. And when he wrote Romantic Homicide, he let his mother hear, and she like, nah, no, you're not putting this out there. Not my child. And he said he knew that it was going to be a hit because his mother said no. Normally when she say no to something, the opposite happens. I was like, this guy's a real... I just can't believe that if this guy, which I'm just gonna say I believe. I ain't saying he did it, because if I said he did, obviously allegedly, I'm gonna say I believe he did allegedly do it. How you were still touring? But this is what people have to understand. When he first started this leg of the tour, even though he had a bus, I want the slow people in the back to hear this, because I hear everybody keeps that, saying there's quite a few people leaving out that back door. I hear everybody saying he was on tour. He was on tour. When he first went on tour, he went on tour. I want to say he was in Hollywood, California. I want to say he went like maybe 3 towns over or something like that. I forget where it was, but it was close enough that he could drive right back home and do whatever. But anyway, like I said, Stephen Fisher said when he got the camera footage, he saw who parked the car. He did not want to interrupt the police's investigation. He wanted to respect them. But the person that parked the car, they rolled the window down, and he said it was such a short distance that was confusing. He saw that there was a car freshener in the car. I don't know why that would be odd. Car fresheners are for cars, right? But I guess the point he's making, like, you went basically like a short distance, less than a block. You just went to park the car. You had to roll the window down. I guess that's the point that he was making. But then you see the tour bus pull up, and whoever parked the car got out of the car and got on the tour bus. I want people to know that that was the last time they moved the car. So all this, they keep trying to, he was on tour, he was on tour. He's an a-hole. Yeah, he was on tour. And even when he got the news that she was found in the front, they continued the tour. So make it make sense. Y'all want to keep talking about he on tour. He wasn't out of the country. He was getting ready to go out of the country and start that leg of his tour, but he didn't go. The girl that when he started erasing Celeste's digital footprint, he thought from the internet when they started, and I'm sure he didn't allegedly do this alone.
So you guys can all go home. Okay? Nobody from the DA's office, the family is not here, and I don't know about the defense, but I'm told they're gone too. So.
Oh, I told y'all.
Or you guys can stay out here and wait.
So basically, I think that. Wait, did he just say? I'm gonna just see here just a minute because it sounds like. I want to say, did he say that they left? He don't know about the defense, but I think the family. I don't think they're gonna talk.
Family's gone, prosecutors aren't speaking, defense is gone. So guess what? We're out of here.
All right, y'all, and there we have it. They are not going to be having. The family must have went out the other way. They're saying that the family is gone. The prosecution is not saying any more. And they basically said, like, I don't think that they're going to be having the conference. And it's probably because of, I know it was kind of odd they had the conference before. And I knew they said that the family said they wanted to make sure that he was charged and then they would speak with the public, but then they probably decided against it. Like,
Who that guy was?
Yeah, that's Greg.
He's probably from the court.
He's legit. It's Greg. Greg.
We have a lot of
He's
PR.
from the court?
Yeah,
Yes.
Alright.
But I
We're
don't
all
know if
collecting our mics now.
I think
He's
he's
the DA's office.
From the DA.
Oh, he is. Do you think he was
all right,
from
y'all.
the
So
court?
there you have it. They're saying that the guy that came out and just told them, and they're asking, do you think he was real? They are saying that he's legit. He's from the DEA's office, but he's saying that he did not know about. So this channel that we were watching, basically, they ended their stuff like, listen, we going on home. We're not staying here. Basically, I don't think that the family wanted to talk. Understandable. I'm sure people are at their house are going to be tried or that are going to try to harass them because that's what people do. And I guess they decided against they decided not to talk. They said the family is gone. I told you I could see people leaving out the back door. And it looks like David's family was wait, let me see. What is she watching here? What is she saying here? She's been going for 7 hours. All right, so let me see if she ended her live too. Then that because they ended it. They ended it. Yeah, I think she's gone too. So yeah, I don't think that they're talking or speaking today. And so what we got. Y'all probably saw it from the other angle, but I want to look at the video real quick of when they went to get David's behind. From the different angle. Let me see. Because, and we're going to look at this and then I'm going to get out of here. Because, yeah, this is, I can't believe they had us sit here all this time. They fooled us. Y'all sure did. You know, I can understand the family not wanting to talk. It is a lot to deal with. And I'm sure they heard a lot. They probably should have heard you know, most of what they did before, because they, you know, they talked to the family before. All right, let's see. Let me get this arrest video up here. I want y'all to see this when they got him, because what the other day that was actually the neighbor looking out her window like, what's going on? What's going on, y'all? What is going on over here on our street? All right. This is the New York Post, so I'll just cite them and use this. So David arrest video shows heavily armed police. I'll just use Tim. Shout out to TMZ. I'm glad I didn't have to go off on y'all today because I was. That's why I keep turning it off on, because I'm here, y'all. I wanted to just. All right, let's get this over here. I have to sort them in the source. Cite them in my sources. Let's see. No, not that. Screen share. All right. I can't believe they did that to us, but at least. All right. So let's take a look at this video real quick. Of David. I don't know why this thing keep doing that. All right, we don't need to see that. So let's see. This is video. We're using this video from TMZ under the Fair Use Copyright Act of 1970. God daggone 6. Let go. Courtroom video. Make sure I got the right video. Skip ad. Skip the ad.
Don't upload your videos to YouTube.
Hold on, because that is not the damn video. Daggone video. Excuse me. Well, why did y'all have? Look, did it go Neo Langston? Yeah, Neo Langston is his name. TMZ, why y'all gotta make stuff so complicated? Hold on, y'all. I don't know what happened to the, you know what, TMZ, I'm not messing with y'all. Hold on, let me just get the New York Post video, because they got it too, but I think they probably got it from TMZ. All right, y'all. Here we go. Let me not sharing this. Let's see. Because this is a 1-minute video. I just want to see it from a different angle than what we saw it from when we were over here the other day.
And help pave the way to your life goals. Get your FICO score for free at myfico.com.
Chill, could y'all stop it? Another ad. They're getting on my nerve. Skip the ad. All right. Wait a minute. I didn't see. Oh, dear. So that's them right there. Y'all see all these cops? Y'all just showed up to his house talking about the cops just went and arrested them. Him. They're not even in. They got on jeans, shirts, whatever. They're not even. This is not ICE. This is the man. Look at him. Pants all down. He looked 40 and when he took that picture. He looks annoyed here. Did you see him shake his head? Like I was having a party tonight. What y'all here for? Y'all know who I am. Well, I wanted to see the angle before they came through the gate. That's the angle I wanted to see, but what is that in his shoe? What is that on the side of his shoe? Oh, wait. That looks like an ankle monitor. Okay, so he goes another angle. Let's see. Oh, they walking him down the street. But they said they didn't have any. He wasn't cooperating. Oh, now he looking all intelligent in glasses. So I don't know why they just running this video over and over and over again. Stop. There was another angle I wanted to see that from. They didn't show it yet. Let me see if that's one angle, but then D4VD arrest video. TMZ was in the trees, and then let me see. I'm not going to use. Let me try here. I just wanted to see. I don't even remember where I watched the video at, but other angle I just wanted to show from that angle. Let me see if Yahoo got it. Hold on. All right, so there's an ad playing. Give me 1 second, and I'm gonna get it over here. But let me let this ad play before we get it over here. They be moving so daggone fast. I wanted to see it from the front gate. Hold on, y'all. So let me bring this over here. This is channel 7, actually. All right, so let's see if they actually show it from the other angle I want y'all to see it from.
10-year-old girl.
The case now heading to the LA District Attorney's Office, where prosecutors will decide whether to file charges.
Eyewitness News reporter Irene Cruz live in Hollywood with the very latest. Irene.
Hi, good morning. Yeah, we have been following this case for months. A lot of interest in this murder investigation, and it all started right here at this tow yard in Hollywood where that body was found. Sources say David's arrest was based off of probable cause and also evidence from LAPD. Now, in the more than 7 months since the decomposing body of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez was found in a Tesla, the singer was named a suspect but never arrested until yesterday afternoon.
See? That's all I want y'all to see.
On a Hollywood Hills home to arrest 21-year-old David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke. Hernandez was found in the trunk of David's Tesla a year after she went missing from Lake Elsinore. It had been abandoned and towed. David was performing on tour at the time. Investigators say she was found in pieces in 2 separate bags. The singer has tens of millions of followers. Back in 2024, David had been reflecting on his music journey after going viral on TikTok.
Success has kind of been quite literally overnight, so it's kind of hard to kind of be in the moment sometimes, but I'm just taking it in slowly, appreciating it.
As as for a link
You
between
see
the
how
two
damn
people, the
calm
medical
excuse
examiner
me, he
says they
makes
have
me
the
cough.
same
You
tattoo
see how
on their
calm he
index
is? He
fingers.
sound.
In a statement, the singer's attorneys say he has not been indicted by a grand jury, and they insist he is innocent, saying, quote, "Let us be clear, the actual evidence in this case will show that David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and he was not the cause of her death." We're also getting a statement this morning from David's parents' attorney saying David's parents still do not have all of the details yet, but they stand behind their son 100%. They are confident that he will prevail. Now, this case will be presented on Monday to the DA's office to see if charges will be officially.
So she only showed the quick the snippet of it. There is a video where they're telling him to come out, and he's like, "The gate is locked." The gate is locked. So are y'all telling me to open the gate? I said, "Oh, David." So that's what I actually wanted y'all to see. I know exactly where I saw it. So I'm gonna just try. Did we look at? Let me see if this one. If I see something real quick, if it's different from the one I just watched. I really wanted to see it because it showed their interaction with him before he even came outside. So that's why I'm interested in it, because it shows more of the house. And also it shows an interview from the neighbors and what the neighbors were saying about how they never really saw, they never saw him, but one neighbor said they was glad that he was going. There was a lot of partying going on. Is this the same daggone video, TMZ? Hold on, let me see before I even bring it over here to y'all. This is the same video from the whoever the neighbor is. Oh, so let me see. No, there's a video I saw the other day of his attorney. Oh, you know what? Let me put that in to see if that comes up. Hold on. That's not nothing, and I'm not about to have y'all watch nothing. I'm about to get off here. If I put it in here now and I can't find it, because it actually shows his attorney on the scene. And she was kind of upset that y'all. She was upset about them because the way they arrested him. I don't see what the I understand now how they normally this is what everybody suspects, but they were trying to say that the medical examiners and the LAPD weren't getting along, and they are saying that they walked out. They were working together. They didn't have an issue with each other. Like, so basically, they all knew, and they were in agreement with how they arrested him. So all that stuff they talking about, they didn't like each other and all this other stuff. They're claiming that that's all false. That's not true. And basically, that is what they are claiming. Let me let this ad play so I can take the mute off first, but wish they wouldn't be able to do anything with me though, because actually I am a restream partner. Okay, so Let me make it full screen. Let me see if this is the one.
Gruesome condition in the front truck of David's Tesla that was parked here at this Hollywood tow lot behind me. So why is David now behind bars? Well, today we learned from law enforcement sources that the medical examiner's office has now ruled her death a homicide.
The LAPD's elite robbery homicide division suits up and swarms a Hollywood home Thursday afternoon. LAPD Captain Scott Williams, who was on scene, tells ABC7 that the LAPD did its best to keep tabs on David during the investigation, and that the arrest is the result of an airtight investigation. Meanwhile, David's legal team says David has only been detained under suspicion. We will vigorously defend David's innocence. What's interesting about David's arrest is the LAPD cuffed him on probable cause and not an indictment from a grand jury investigation that was being led by the LA County District Attorney.
Is this highly...
Oh, yeah, come on now with this. I get it, though. Hold on till I can skip the ad.
I would say on a case like this, it's a little out of the norm for the police to have gone out on their own and arrested him without the DA's office having made the decision to file
this
formal
is
charges.
the false narrative that was put out there. He didn't go out on their own.
RJ Dreiling says it's possible the LAPD did this to push prosecutors to charge. But we do know from these unsealed court documents that prosecutors refer to David, whose legal name is David Burke, as a target in their investigation, and that the target may be involved in having committed one count of murder. Those unsealed court papers go on to say it is alleged in this case that the target may be involved in the death of 14-year-old victim Celeste Rivas Hernandez, who may have been a victim of foul play. Prosecutors in these papers then go on to describe horrific details of what police found in David's Tesla after it was found abandoned and then moved to this tow yard. They say Celeste's severely decomposing body parts were found in 2 cadaver bags in a front trunk. Barry Fisher is the former director of the LA County Sheriff's Crime Laboratory.
What is the significance of going from death unknown to the Emmy ruling homicide?
It changes the course of the police investigation.
And today we did reach out to both the LAPD as well as the LA County District Attorney's Office, and we did ask them, are they on the same page when it comes to this case? Both agencies sent back statements that didn't answer the question. But attorneys are also telling us that when it comes to this probable cause arrest, it is also the DA and the PD did that in lockstep. Regardless, we should find out much more on Monday. That's when the DA will have to announce.
Okay, so basically I just wanted to see it from the video because we looked at it from a different angle. I wanted y'all to see it from the front angle, but the video that I saw the other day, they actually was like talking to him, telling him to come out. He was basically saying the gate is locked, so you're telling me to unlock the gate, and they're like, yes, unlock the gate, basically turn around, walk to us, and then they basically grabbed him, put him up against whatever, checked him, walked him down the street, whatever. But there was also in the video, also his attorney was actually on the scene after that happened. They didn't let them know anything. Like basically, they don't have to. From what I understand, they have the full digital footprint, and this is what's going to probably get him hung up. So they're probably looking for something, anything to get this case thrown out on a technicality, because that is just, they're going to play the game. They're getting a lot of money from, as it relates to this, and even after, like I say, he had his own money, and he probably can. I think music is over for him. I think that is finished. I don't think that like these guys, if they are going to go free, both of the managers as managers, that they are going to want to have anything to do with him. Labor probably won't want to have anything to do with him. I do know that his music was removed from what was it, the ESPN game? I know they removed his music from there. He was also on the ESPN game. They removed his music, but he could make music and put it out independently. We know that there are a lot of weird people that would still support him if he was something like they was to get him off on the technicality and we're just talking here and just whatever. He could put the music out independently. He already has the fan base. Or he can go on these platforms and make money, because from what I understand, he initially had went back, and some people knew that he was under a different name playing games online, like on Twitch and stuff like that. They said that he had a Reddit account that was actually shut down. Somebody started removing all the stuff from it, but then they was able to identify. This is alleged, but they were able to identify that he had started a new Reddit, and they said that he was going. I know that he was doing this on TikTok allegedly. I saw some things. I'm like, I think that is him, but on Reddit they said that on Reddit he was like, because they was really breaking the case down, saying all types of stuff, and they said that an account was made, and like people that had interacted with him before, they knew it was him based on some of the stuff that they were saying. And so like he was online like arguing with people. Do I think that he's that arrogant to have done what he's done and to run around the social media streets arguing with people? I know the first video that I did, I had somebody really weird over here, and I'm like, David, is that you? Because first of all, I'm only reporting on what they're reporting on. Nobody's really even reporting on you, but we're reporting that they found this body in a trunk that is registered to your address in Texas. Your Tesla in California in Hollywood Hills, her body was found in the front of that car and it was registered to you. I'm only reporting the facts over here. I don't get online every time I hear something and report something. Do I believe that was David? I absolutely do. And I'm like, oh, what is he doing? Is he going to everybody's channel and just saying whatever? But the person didn't come back whenever I, did follow-ups when I got information. Because basically, yeah, I'm reporting on stuff that I'm following up on that's new, that came out. I'm not just sitting here making thumbnails. The people that follow me, that's never left, knows they know I've been going through a lot, and know that I'm not even online like I used to be. But I was getting ready to change because I need to be a little more consistent. I need to catch up on the other case about what we looked at the other day, the young influencer from Tanzania. It looks like her parents are going to be flying to Tanzania. They said they're not cooperating with them, and neither is the fiance. But they do not think that their daughter unalived herself. Why would she? Yeah, it's kind of odd. Like, why would she unalive herself? She just got engaged. It's supposed to be one of the happiest days in her life, but I did not look into it. So I'm going to just say, what I heard was this man had a whole family. So if that is true, I have to look into that first before I just start fully reporting on it and saying that that's what it is. If that is true, then that's just freaking sick. Why even propose to her if that's true? But that's what they're saying. But I'm not sure. Her parents knew him, and her parents thought that he was in love. They were in love. So I don't know. Y'all just be careful out there. Y'all looking for a certain type of man, based on, what monetarily what they can give you, but based on what she did, she probably was making her own, her own money from online. She did have a very nice platform with all of this, like I said, designer stuff all over the place and all this, that, and the third. But they were saying, so I don't know if it's true, but allegedly he had bought her a car. I forgot which car it was. It wasn't an expensive car, but yeah, but then this girl, she makes her own money online as an influencer. You could tell, like, she has a lot of views on whatever it is that she has. Like, so basically, she had like the social media game too, like basically on lock. So she kind of like knew how this stuff went. It's just a sad situation all the way around, and it's making sense. And like now he's and they're still calling him her fiance. He's not cooperating. Like now they're saying with her parents. So her parents are saying that they are going to go to Tanzania themselves, because when they're calling there, they're getting a runaround from the people there in Tanzania. So there you go. That is the update for um what I heard about her. I'm going to look into it. I'm going to look into the case about the 8 children being unalive and the mothers in the hospital. This is just crazy. I did watch where I believe that was either the police chief or official, and I'm gonna relook at it because I kind of like just saw it, and it was already going when I went into it, and I just noticed she was crying, and she's not a part of the family, but she was, I believe, police chief or somebody. She's asking for, the mental health community to, look out for people, especially at this time, wherever you are. There's a lot going on in this world we can't control. And it kind of gets depressing when you start looking at this stuff over and over and over again. And you go to look in the refrigerator and you don't have, um, food is just scarce. Everything is just limited. You can't you can't pay the bill. You can't pay the light bill. You can't pay your gas bill. You can't. So many things you don't have, and like, and to hear like, these people have billions of dollars, and they just want to keep adding on to what they have. In the meantime, you have Americans all over the place that you don't know whether or not you're gonna be able to buy toilet paper tomorrow or something, one roll. Like it is just, it's gotten to a point where, a lot of people are going to, start snapping. You're going to have to start watching your surroundings. It is happening already. But to see the people that are doing the same thing, it's like you watch, their impeachment. Yeah, they've been talking about impeachment for like 6-7 months now. Oh, well, we got the articles of impeachment files. Oh, they got the article. Oh, he's on a decline. Oh, this one did this. Oh, the courts. Yeah, why do y'all keep letting them put stuff through the court that's getting tossed out? In the meantime, the American people are the only people that are hurting. But now there's a different class of the American people that are hurting. And so now it's a big deal, but it's really not, because nobody really cares about it. They're still getting paid. Like nothing is happening to them. So that's why I get so frustrated because I want to stay on top of what's going on. But when I sit there and listen to Congress and they're going back and forth, the left against the right, I don't care, the front against the back, I don't care what it is. It's like it's a game. And then when you have this, their backs against the wall, gavel, I'm sending everybody home, we're shutting down the house. They work for us, we don't work for them. That's the thing. They work for us, we don't work for them. And when everybody gets on the same page and realize that there are powers that they can use for people to be removed. We have the disabled, the elderly, and you don't even have to be the elderly. People have paid them from working, taxes and everything like that. And now you're gutting and cutting all of these things that the American people paid into. Oh, we don't have money for this because of this. What do you mean? For the people that have a job, y'all still taking money out of their checks. I'm just done and over it. Yeah, thank y'all for rocking out with me. It's been a long day. I did not expect to be here long. My whole schedule was totally altered. So I know that probably tomorrow I definitely have to like just get up and get out of here, because that's what I was supposed to do today. I thought that this was going to be wrapped up and over with, and I had my day planned a whole different way. But I just wanted to cover this live because this is a case that I am following. We have been following it from the beginning. So as soon as we get any updates, I have reached out to Allie. Allie, I sent you a text to see what if you could get some information, some paperwork. I sent it to you in a text. But if not, I'm gonna just see what what documents they release and see if we could go over those. But we definitely will be continuing to follow the case of D4VD because I am heavily invested in what's going on for this, and justice for Celeste definitely needs to be had. So I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I'm going to leave you guys the way I always do, by making you aware that men get breast cancer too, surrounding the word breast. We have changed the word to peck and/or chest cancer over here on the Survivor Speaks channel. I'm going to keep bringing awareness to you that men get breast cancer too. And to all of my ladies, please make sure you're getting your mammograms, filling on your boobies to make sure that you are all right. And don't you deal with anyone coming to your house and disturb the peace that passes all understanding. Please hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, so that you know when I am online. And also hype the video up. The video, there is a button right next to, I believe it's the like button or something like that. It looks like a diamond. I think you press that, or you can just swipe over where it says comment, and you'll see it says hype the video. That is free. You don't pay anything. That's free. So if you would go ahead and hype the video, I would greatly appreciate that. That's a free way to support the channel, and as we get more consistent with going, then yeah, we can go ahead and move forward. So thank y'all for rocking out with me today during this madness. We were all bamboozled, hoodwinked together, and I enjoyed being here on the platform with you guys today. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next live stream, or if I drop a premiere, more than likely I'm in the comments. But if I just upload the video publicly, I normally don't sit in the comments because I'm probably doing something else. All right, thank y'all for rocking out with me. Thank you to Boom for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. And to my mods, thank you for always hopping on with my crazy schedule. And Allie, if you're still here, kiss baby for me. Tell her I said hello, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
If you have made it to the end of the video, you are the real MVP. So don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.